Hi guys, this is going to be a tutorial for Pixlr and editing, and then the lesson that you are doing is how to focus photography. So if you've never used Pixlr before, it's pretty similar to Photoshop. There's two ways of doing it, but let's get there first. Pixlr.com, and you can see we have Playful X or Advanced E. Advanced E is similar to what we've done in Photoshop. It's definitely more advanced as it says, but you'll recognize a lot of the things because we've had practice so far. Playful X, some of the things and the tutorials I'll do in the future will use that because it's just got some simple overlays or very simplified things that we're doing to our pictures. So for today we're going to go to Advanced E. You can see I have some of the others that I've already opened just like in Photoshop. So I'm going to open Image. And we're not going to worry about the resolution per se. You can see right here, this is for the web if you want to save it there, but let's just use what it automatically comes as the full HD. Unlike in Photoshop where you'd make sure it was 8 by 10 or 300 pixels per inch here, just don't worry about it and leave it as is. And my picture here already has the blur where it's focused, and then you can see it has a gradual blur. You could use a picture like this and you can edit it and then you can hand it in and leave it as is. That's fine with me. If your camera's automatically done that, it's great. However, if you need to do more or you need to add a blur, that's what I'm going to show you today. So that you can just hand in as is. File, open image. I'm going to find one that is not automatically. Let me see here. Oh, wrong one. Desktop, that would be useful. And I'm going to go to my random pics and I'm going to find one. Let's do this one. That'll be pretty obvious. Create new. So this is naturally blurred up here. What I'll do is I'm going to leave this center as the focus and I'm going to blur the background just so you can see how to do it. So you see a lot of the same buttons over here. What I'm going to do is the lasso tool, and I'm going to lasso gently where I want to blur, and it'll select same as it did before. You also could use a magic wand to select what you want, but it's not as good as in Photoshop. And then you're going to go to Filter, go to Gaussian Blur, and you can do as much or as little as you want. Here, unlike in Photoshop, it doesn't have a really good preview. It is doing it actually pretty well, but it's not perfect. So I'm going to hit Apply. And remember, your history's here the same as before, so you could always go back if you don't like it. And I'm going to get rid of that, but now you can see the line, because unlike in Photoshop we didn't modify our edge. They don't have that here. What you do here is pretty simple. I'm going to use this blur tool. I'm going to make it really a softer blur, and I've made it a little bigger. And I'm just going to kind of go in and soften my blur edge. Try not to do too much because you don't want to like overpower your natural blur. But you're just going to get rid of it so that now down through here is the natural focus and then your background is the blur. If you want, you could take a really large brush and just naturally blur it yourself a little bit more if that's where you want to go with this. Okay, so then File, Save, and you can save it as the JPEG. I would say high quality. Download it. It'll appear in your downloads, and then you can open it up and save it as you wanted it to be, wherever you wanted it to be. Okay, so hand this into Google Classroom, and I'm going to try to do a lot more tutorials and things as we go along. And if your photographs look amazing as is and you're happy with them, then just submit them without. But otherwise, Pixlr.com is really a great site, and I hope you guys can take advantage of it. Email me or Google Classroom, message me, anything. If you have questions, take a snapshot or a picture and send it to me, and I'll help you out.